Oh, we got a fish, boys. Everybody, welcome to the channel. If you've never watched one of my videos, I appreciate you tuning into this one. I'd love it if you subscribe and follow along and engage and comment and join my beautiful community of people. So I just got back from a nice trip at Lake Havasu, and it kind of hit me. I haven't fished Havasu long, and the first time I went, I didn't have a clue what to do, where to go, how to set up. And I had some buddies that have fished it quite a bit that guided me along. And now I've been 5, 6, 7 times. And I think I'd share some of that knowledge with the average person who wants to get out there and try it. Why Lake Havasu? It's incredibly beautiful. The water is crystal clear, wonderful swimming. And it is probably 3 hours further away than other lakes in the area that I could go to. But it is magical, and as Trevor with TD Fishing said, it is infested with flathead catfish, which does not suck from where I sit. So come with me, let's go through this video and let's kind of see where to launch, what part of the lake I fish, where to catch bait, get gas, ice, all these things I'll try to talk about. And it's important to repeat that I'm not an expert at Lake Havasu. It's somebody, I've never even been to the north half of the lake, and the very simple reason for that is there's boats. So many boats. Probably 80% of all the boat traffic congregates up around Lake Havasu City. I stay way clear of that. Let's start right off the bat that I'm talking about the southern half of the lake. It's a much more peaceful experience and has everything you need, including free launching and parking. So let's get into that right away. But first of all, subscribe, follow along, watch my videos, and please engage. Ask questions, make comments, be kind. That's what we do here. We're kind. And let's get into it, man. Let's go fishing. Well, assuming you're coming from the Phoenix area, you would head west on the 10 to Vicksburg Road, head on into Parker, Arizona. And once in Parker, you continue north until you get to the Parker Dam, which you can see here on the left. Right before you cross the dam, there's a sharp turn to the right, as you're going to see here. This is called Takeoff Point Road, and this takes you to a free, modest 2-lane boat ramp where it's free to park for 72 hours. And this is just a nice spot to go. I tried to go to Cattail Cove State Park. They wanted like I think almost $80 to launch for the weekend because they included camping and parking fees. This one is 100% free, so take advantage of it. The ramps are tight and small, but bigger boats than mine get in there just fine. Hey guys, all right, the first thing I got to do when I get to Lake Havasu is get bait. That's the number one most important thing. And if I'm opening up my live well, bone dry, really hot in there too, super hot. So we come over here, we turn on that, start sucking in lake water. We're gonna fill this up and let it run for quite a bit. I may even just drain it again just to clean out any yuckiness from the last trip. Number one goal is bait. It's all these grassy areas right in front of them that typically hold the bait. It is mid-August. Water's 86 degrees. Maybe they're deep. Maybe they're where it's cooler. That's all a puzzle I have to figure out if I'm going to catch any flathead. Now, if I don't catch any bait, if for some reason they're impossible to catch, I'll just throw chicken out and catch channel cats all night, something like that. Something silly, but that's not going to happen. All right, I got to rig up a few rods. I got nothing rigged, and I'm going to get over there and catch some little babies. A trolling motor, and it really sucks at bait fishing time. It would be great to put some spotlight on and fish away, but every time the wind blows I gotta readjust, and it's just the way it is. It's like $3,500 for a trolling motor, and well, you know, if anybody wants to donate, you know where to go. Bait number one. Little guy. He'll do. When they swallow the hook, I just cut the hook off and let them have it. It's not worth killing them to get that little hook back when we're going to use them for bait anyway. So, my thoughts. Well, still bait fishing, and I got my first catfish of the night on a worm on a bobber. Up against those reeds right there. Yeah, all right, no skunk. That's more like it right there. That's what we're looking for. A bunch of those. I have a feeling as soon as the shadows get long on the lake, we'll get more and more of these. But this is good. Happy. They're right here by the boat. I'm just dipping it in the water. All right, bait check. Look at that guy. I got two of them. 2 red ears and a bunch of little bluegill. I think we're good for tonight. I think we're gonna have to be, because I'm ready to go fish. That'll get me through tonight. We'll do a lot more tomorrow. All right, so we got our location picked out. We got bait. We got the boat secured to the beach, and you could anchor out in the middle if you want. You could drop straight down if you want. I think they all work here, but I like to be on the shore and kind of run out. I have my bait boat that makes it easy, but if you're not, a kayak will get them out there. The setups are just too heavy to cast, really, unless you're in deep water and you're pretty close to where you want to be. So now the setup is get the lines in the water as fast as you can. Almost ready for a whiskey and cigar, I say. Got to get chairs set up, I don't know, that might be about it for now. Maybe I should throw down a water first. I have had a gallon today, but I've been sweating nonstop. Get you set up in a better spot too. Oh man, good. All right, dinner, grilled onions, avocado, brats, bacon cheddar brats, toasted bun, love it. You know what I'm gonna say? Flatter number one. Little guy, probably 6-7 pounds. I've had bite after bite after bite. I've even had a few on and they keep coming off. This guy, let's get some light on him. This guy wasn't coming off. I had him. Little guy, I don't have a bag, so I'm not keeping any tonight, but there you go, flatter number one. Skunk off, life is good. Well, dang, got a bite, got the fish back. I was busy trying to turn cameras on and it popped off, so I'm the king of the bad hook set, I guess. Onward and upward. We've only been in this spot for about 15 minutes, so that's a good sign. Flatter number two. Just about midnight right now. Has not been a stellar night. Windy, lightning everywhere. But the occasional flathead. Not the worst night in the world. Flatter number two. All right. Gonna put a big bait out. I mean, as far as bluegill go, she's chunky. I'm gonna do 2 hook setup. So the hook that takes the most of the weight is the front hook. And this one takes all the weight, and that front one hopefully just gets him when he puts it in his mouth. So, and I used a 8 ounce weight instead of a 6, and honestly could do more if you wanted, just to keep it where it belongs. I'm gonna go straight out with this. Well, the audio was bad on this video because of the wind, but hard to imagine that this little 8-9 pound flathead ate that entire giant red ear sunfish, but it sure did. Swallowed it right up, and didn't take more than 5 minutes either. Pretty cool. Flathead number 3. All right, we moved. It was raining and really windy. It didn't look like it was gonna get better, so I found a cove, and it is actually the backside of where he first landed and set up. Moderately sheltered, and we can still get the wind and get a little breeze, and it feels really good out right now. Gonna get the rods back out in the water and kind of set up for sleepy time. All right, we got flathead number 4. Hit hard and fast. Again, not going anywhere. Holy moly. We'll give it maybe 10 pounds. Biggest of the night, but still not impressive. Let's get it back. All right, there's a better fish. There's a better fish. Gonna get a scale on that bad boy. He's pissed. $21 pounds. 20 and change should be clear. Oh. All right, finally got a decent fish. 21. That's the lower end of what I consider decent, I suppose. Let's get you back, buddy. Flatter number 5. Good morning, everybody. Cool trip. It's a big drive for just a regular weekend, and I'm dreading the drive home, so I got to get loaded up and get on out of here. Everybody, it was awesome seeing you again. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again.
Okay, let's go.